sir.
Nothing but sunshine today in Bloomington, which means it's time for more baseball here on BTN Plus as the 8-1 Indiana Hoosiers get set to welcome the rival Purdue Boilermakers, again, right here on BTN Plus. Good to have you all along with us. Connor Hines and Luke Norton, and towing the slab for Indiana this afternoon, Luke McCade Brown, one of the most dominant pitchers not only in the Big Ten, but perhaps the country at this point as well.
Oh, absolutely. He was excellent last outing. Just named the D1 Baseball AstroTurf Player of the Week, Collegiate National Player of the Week, and Big Ten Pitcher of the Week after a school record performance against Penn State on March 13th.
McCade Brown, a 2-0 record, a 0.64 ERA to open the year, and he will face the Purdue Boilermakers in Game 2 of this 3-game set. And the Boilers lineup looks like this. Skylar Hunter will lead off in center field. Evan Albrecht is the second baseman. He will bat second. Miles Symington, the right fielder, batting third. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Ben Nile, followed by the catcher, Zach Fascia. Cam Thompson in the 7-hole, the first baseman. Jeremy Shork is doing the DH duties this afternoon, followed by Justin Walker, the former Hoosier and now Purdue shortstop, batting in the 8-hole. And round things out with Tyler Powers batting ninth, the third baseman. McCade Brown, the sophomore right-hander from Normal, Illinois, played his high school ball at Normal West, and as Luke just mentioned, dominant as ever. His last outing, Saturday against the Penn State Nittany Lions, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 16 strikeouts in 7 innings of work. Dominant as ever, and this has really been a dominant start to the year for Indiana, Luke. 8-1 after dropping their first game of the year against Rutgers up in Minneapolis. It's been smooth sailing for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, the Hoosiers really needed to get off to a strong start after that mishap, and they certainly have.
So Skylar Hunter will dig in, and we will get set to get things underway here from Bart Coffin Field this afternoon. Glad you're with us here on BTN Plus. First offering from Brown is in there for strike one, and we are underway. Skylar Hunter, the fifth-year center fielder out of Hood River, Oregon, batting 200 on the year, a double, goes around and misses strike 2, 0-2.
I say we got used to it against Penn State. Scouts just taking out their radar guns whenever Brown goes up to pitch.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 away here in the top of the first for McCade Brown. And as you said, plenty of scouts on hand this afternoon, and that's going to be a theme all year long for this Indiana team whenever Brown is on the bump.
Absolutely. This team has been able to generate pro talent in the past.
So 1 away, and here's Evan Albrecht. Takes the first offering from Brown in there for strike 1, and first pitch strikes. That's something you're used to at this point from McCade Brown, rather. Albrecht batting .269 on the year. Strike 2. In yesterday's 2-1 Indiana win, 0-for-3, a walk and a strikeout for the junior. Here's the 0-2 working ahead. Another 3-pitch strike from McCade Brown, the minimum so far. 2 up, 2 down.
Starting out strong here in Bloomington.
So with 2 away, here's Miles Symington, the right fielder. Symington, a member of one of the many upperclassmen in this Purdue starting lineup. With 2 away and the bases empty, he takes low for ball 1, and finally McCade Brown misses. Symington, the senior from Bloomington, Illinois, that is, transferred from Heartland Junior College, and he thought about it, but takes again and takes for strike 1. Another 0-for-3 day for Miles Symington yesterday. That was his first game of this season without a hit, and he goes around on the high stuff. That's a foul tip into the glove of Jacob Southern. 1-2. Brown looks in, foul to the screen. Symington stays alive. Symington hitting .357 on the year with a couple RBIs. Had a hot start to the 2021 season. Back-to-back runs batted in games against Nebraska. But down in the count here, 1-2, and this is a number on the right side. Charging in, the second baseman flips over to first as Tates retires, and McCade Brown goes 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Headed to the home half, no score here on BTN+. Ben Niles, Zach Fascia, and Cam Thompson, middle of the order, due up for the Purdue Boilermakers here in the second inning, and McCade Brown back on the hill for his second inning of work. Deals to Nile in there for strike one. Brown working quickly, bounces it though. Maybe a little too quickly.
Just into the dirt.
3 up, 3 down in the first. A couple strikeouts for McCade Brown. 1-1 to Nile. This one back into center field, and Ben Nile will try to get to second base, and he's going to get there in plenty of time. Thought that Indiana's left fielder Ashley might have been hustling for that one and was going to hold Nile to a long single, but Nile had no reservations of going all the way to second, and a leadoff double for Purdue to begin things here in the second, immediately trying to counter.
Jumping right out of the gate to counter that Hoosier attack.
Here's Zach Fascia doing the catching duties today for the Boilers. Fifth-year man from Brampton, Ontario. Transferred over from Indian Hills Junior College. Bouncer to the second baseman, Tates, who flips over to first. And one away. Works as a sacrifice. Nile will move up to third.
Purdue wanted to provide an answer for what they saw from the Hoosiers in the first inning, and it looks like they might have one.
So here's Cam Thompson. Has done some time at DH this year, but getting the start over at first today. Can play the outfield as well. The redshirt freshman transferred over from Oklahoma State. He went around, strike one. Boilers with a lot of transfers from different parts of the country. As we mentioned already at the top, a lot of JUCO guys. And Cam Thompson, one of them who's transferring from another D1 program, did not play a season ago at Oklahoma State. And that misses for ball one, 1-1. Redshirted a season ago with the Cowboys. Granted a waiver, immediately eligible this year. That's in there, strike two. Ben Nile at third with just one away here. Bouncer foul. Third base side.
Purdue head coach Greg Goff has had quite a few stops in his head coaching career. Been head coach at Montevallo, Campbell, Louisiana Tech, and recently at Alabama back in 2017 before coming to West Lafayette.
Here's the 1-2. This one, high bouncer on the infield. That should get a run home. It does. Tates has to hurry over to first. Not in time. Thompson safe at first. Nice hustle play there from the Indiana second baseman, Tates. And just like that, Purdue counters, returns the favor. And a run home for the Boilers here in the second.
Boilers trying to come storming back here in the second.
Tates had to hurry for that one and did everything he could from the middle infield. But that one just hung up in the air, high enough and long enough for Thompson to reach safely. Nice hustle down the first base line from the freshman.
Script has definitely flipped from the last game where Purdue just could not capitalize.
Here's the designated hitter, Jeremy Shork, and he's down in the count now, 1-2. Jeremy, another freshman, getting a start in this starting lineup. Yesterday, pinch hit appearance. He walked. 1-1 now to short. Quick check down on first. From the catcher, Southern. Thompson back in plenty of time. Brown sets, delivers, bounces another one, and that's a nice block in the dirt there from Jacob Southern. I guess a block in the turf on this all-turf field here at Bart Kaufman Field in Bloomington. One of the multiple turf fields in the Big Ten. With all the weather that happens, how early college baseball starts here in Bloomington as short goes around, strike two. And that's just the reason why Indiana had to head all the way north to play indoors against Minnesota and Rutgers up there.
Kind of looked out of this great weather year today.
Full count to the freshman short, but Brown thinks otherwise and checks over on Thompson at first. Brown now delivers to the plate, swing and a miss, and McCade Brown has his third strikeout of the afternoon. Gets short to go outside, and there's two away here in the second. So with two away, that'll bring up Justin Walker, the former Indiana Hoosier, getting the start at shortstop today. And that somehow misses for ball one. Walker helped Indiana to a 2019 Big Ten title, a couple NCAA regionals during his time here in Bloomington. Very familiar with the dimensions and feel of this Bart Kaufman Field, and he takes in there for strike one. Brown continuing to deal despite giving up a run here. Walker, born and raised in Lafayette, Indiana. And coming back home as Walker misses there, or Brown rather misses. Good eye there from the Purdue shortstop. 2-1. Brown delivers, and this one shot away to right field, but right at the right fielder, Colopy. And the inning finally comes to an end. Not before the Purdue Boilermakers have countered and tied this thing up at first. Ben Nile, a leadoff double, comes around to score. And we are headed to the home half of the second, knotted up at a run apiece here on BTN+. Move along to the third here on BTN+, a 1-1 tie between rivals Indiana and Purdue, and McCade Brown back on the hill for his third inning of work. Tyler Powers to lead things off, and he sends this one into the gap in left field, and Purdue's got its leadoff hitter on again here, this time in the third inning. Powers again aboard. For the first time today, at least. And back to the top of the order with Skylar Hunter. McCade Brown now with a runner to work on, and Hunter will square to bunt. Fouled. Well, Luke, this is an Indiana team without its head man in charge, Jeff Mercer, the manager for this team, Indiana team, tested positive for COVID-19, and he's got to spend his day quarantined today, but Dan Held is the acting manager, and this is as well-rounded of a coaching staff as you're going to find in the Big Ten.
That's right, Connor. Held has multiple accomplishments before arriving in Indiana. Before coming to Indiana, he served as executive director of the Indiana Bulls baseball organization, 9 years of pro baseball playing experience, 17 years coaching experience. Using the World Series 2006 championship staff for the St. Louis Cardinals, with them from 2003 to 2007 as a bullpen assistant. Stepped up for a sweep against Penn State, and now he looks to try to do the same against the Boilermakers.
Meanwhile, 1-2 on the senior Skylar Hunter, and he takes, that does just miss for ball 2. Hunter, a strikeout in his first appearance of the day. Two. Wasted outside.
Purdue's definitely had a bit more strength in their batters after a bit of a quiet first inning.
Evan Albrecht will be next. Full count to Hunter. Wasted it outside. The first walk of the afternoon issued by Indiana's starter on the mound, McCade Brown. And suddenly the Boilermakers have runners aboard at first and second now for Evan Albrecht.
Boilermakers need to capitalize if they want to catch up to the Hoosiers. They loaded the bases yesterday's game in the first, but they just couldn't capitalize. Kyle LaPlante, hit by pitch, forced a run.
Albrecht showing bunt and pulls back. Fouled. Excuse me. Called the ball. 1-0. Well, we saw how hard offense was to come by for both these teams yesterday, but more surprising that it was so hard to come by for Indiana, a team that's atop the Big Ten this year.
Previously sharing that crown with Michigan before Michigan fell to Illinois just yesterday.
1-0, fouled back into the seats here at the BART. 1-1. An Indiana team that continues to build on the previous season's success and just continues to find ways to get better year after year, as it seems. And off to another hot start this year, inside the top 10 last week. One to Albrecht. He scores to bunt, pulls back. 2-1. Runners aboard at first and second. McCade Brown, not the first jam he's had to work out of so far today. Very much in sacrifice mode are the Boilers, trying to play some small ball. Albrecht plays down the bunt, headed to third. Is Southern safe? No, they called him out. They called the runner out down at third base. Tyler Powers tried to slide in, but a heads-up play from the Indiana catcher, Jacob Southern. And that's a big first out here in the third inning. How about the effort there from Jacob Southern? Gets the force. 2-5 on the put-out. And here's Miles Symington with one away. Swings at the first offering from Brown into the gap in left center field. Rounding third and heading home is Skylar Hunter. Play at the plate. No. Hunter slides in safely. And the Purdue Boilermakers have taken the lead here at the BART.
Thinking that play by Southern might have dented the Boilermakers' momentum? Not so.
How about the effort there from Symington? And you love to see the aggression early in the count if you're Purdue at that point. Swinging at the first offering from a very solid pitcher, of course, in McCade Brown, and wouldn't you know it, pays off, sends it to the gap, and the Boilers are in front here in Bloomington. Here's Ben Nile, and he swings at the first pitch, straight to the third baseman. Barr, overthrown, and another run's going to come home.
Purdue couldn't capitalize yesterday, but they've sure been able to do it today.
So Albrecht comes home to score as he was aboard on first, and an error there from Cole Barr. Scores Purdue's third run of the day. So here is Zach Fashion now trying to get caught up on the scorecard here after all this craziness. And Fascia swings at the first pitch, and this one roped into right field. And the Boilers have their fourth run of the day as Symington comes home.
Symington pointing to his teammate as he takes it home.
The Purdue Boilermakers getting to McCade Brown here in the third inning, and it's come by way of swinging at the first pitch, being aggressive early in the count, and that's paid off. It's a 4-1 Purdue lead.
It's definitely a different story from yesterday, just all around. Where both teams just struggle to score.
So here is Cam Thompson, the freshman DH today. A double and came around to score just an inning ago. Runners aboard at first and second, and still just one out here in this third inning. The Boilers have scored 3. Brown fires in the dirt, and easy to see that the Boilers have just clearly gotten to Indiana's Saturday starter here. Both on the field and maybe in his head a little bit too. .1-0 from Brown. Maybe a bit low, but in there for strike one. One now. That does tag the outside corner. 1-2. Thompson being patient, as you would expect at this point. You now have a sizable lead against one of the best pitchers in the Big Ten. No need to rush anything. And he'll dig back in. 1-2 to Thompson. That one outside.
Indiana has had some of the best pitching in the Big Ten. 2 Big Ten pitchers of the week in Brown and Tommy Summer.
Two. Oh, Southern wanted a call. Appealed down to first, but no. And the Indiana faithful on hand today, they don't know how that missed either. So the counts will run full. McCade Brown will take his time here and try to get back to what got Indiana some momentum here early in this one. Thompson wants time. He'll dig back in now. .3-2 to Thompson. That one misses. The second walk of the day issued by McCade Brown. And the bases are full of Boilers. So Fascia moves up to second. Nile now at third. And Indiana wants to have a chat with McCade Brown. Well, for everything we've talked about and how talented he has been, it's just Purdue that's been the more aggressive team at the plate, and they've gotten to one of Indiana's best so far, Luke.
Absolutely. They just stormed out after that quiet first inning. New story for the Boilermakers. That's just been... Yesterday they couldn't capitalize against Summer, and now they've been able to against Brown. Big Ten pitcher of the week is going to look to improve heading on this game.
So here's Jeremy Shork again, the designated hitter. Struck out in his first plate appearance. Still just one out. Bases full of Boilers. Ben Nile at third. Fascia at second. Cam Thompson now at first after the second walk issued of the day from McCade Brown.
Shork 1 hit, 1 RBI on the season.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Tried to check his swing, but no, he went around. 1-1. That one goes to the screen, and coming down home from third is Nile. There's not going to be a play at the plate. Ben Nile comes home on a wild pitch from McCade Brown. Disaster strikes for Indiana here in the third. It's a 5-1 Purdue lead.
Brown's pitch count just surpasses jersey number. 52 pitches so far today for number 51.
So meanwhile, Fascia will move up to third. Thompson now at second. And still, folks, just one out here in the third inning. This one goes to the screen. 2-2 on the freshman designated hitter, Jeremy Shork. At this point, it's just about stopping the bleeding. 2-2. High. 3-2.
Boilermakers eager to extend that lead.
And why not? You're on the road against your rival after everything that so many different teams have been through this year. Purdue not taking anything for granted.
Historically not seen success at, too.
Mm-hmm.
Want to set the record straight.
3-2, that one high, and the bases will be loaded once again here in the third for Purdue. And you gotta wonder how long they're gonna just keep Brown out there at this point. And now you see a couple arms from the Indiana dugout jogging down to the bullpen and trying to get loose here. And here is the former Hoosier Walker. Brown will deal to Walker with the bases loaded. Ball 1. Walker, a fly out. I guess more of a line out to right field. In his first plate appearance of the day.
Maybe Walker's experience at the Bart helping out the Boilers today.
1-0, high, good eye there from the redshirt junior. That's in there, strike 1. McCade Brown can just get back to basics here and get out of this inning. Maybe they keep him out there. but a 4 spot here in the third has put Purdue in front by 4.
Indiana's just got to stop this ship from sinking.
In there for strike 2, McCade Brown looking for his first out to record in quite some time now, as it's just been batter after batter here in the third for Purdue. Bases loaded for the Boilers. Here's the action pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Strike 3 for McCade Brown, and he counters there.
He needed that.
He did indeed, and finally 2 away. But Purdue has hit around here in this third inning. Tyler Powers will come back to the plate for the second time today. Takes low. Ball 1. Powers got it all started. A single. He was actually called out at third 9 batters ago here in this third inning. But a big inning nonetheless for the Boilers. This one skied out into right field. Calipia is there. And finally, the inning has come to an end. Not before the Purdue Boilermakers take a 5-1 lead. They've gotten to McCade Brown on a Saturday afternoon, and Purdue's got some room to run a little bit here. Headed to the home half of the third here on BTN+. Welcome back to Bloomington. Skylar Hunter, Evan Albrecht, and Miles Symington, top of the order, due up here for the Boilers in the fourth. Glad you're with us. Connor Hines, Luke Norton here on BTN+. 0-1 to Hunter, and this one's sent away. He's out into left field. The left fielder on it, but into foul territory as Ashley was after it and lost his hat in the process. But Hunter will come back and reset. 0-2. Nothing but a long strike, right?
Brown just needs to answer after that third inning to forget. Allowing 4 runs to the Boilermakers.
Surprised at all that they left McCade Brown out there for that one?
I am a bit, but it just shows that they have faith in him.
Nothing but a bad inning. Good day for Indiana's offense to get going, and Brown immediately counters and strikes Skylar Hunter out on 3 pitches. Hunter down for the second time today by way of the K. And with 1 away, that'll bring up the second baseman, Evan Albrecht. A strikeout, reached last inning on a fielder's choice, and he rips this one to the screen, 0-1. Quickly 0-2 now on Albrecht. Brown working efficiently again. Wasted upstairs, though, 1-2. Southern had to go get that one. Albrecht and then Miles Symington waiting patiently on deck. Bouncer right back up the middle. Should be a play for Barr. Flips over to first, and the second out is recorded. And I beg your pardon, Machaki records the second out of the inning. The Indiana shortstop. So, base is empty now for Symington. His third plate appearance of the day. Ground out in a single, came around to score back in the third inning.
Symington entered this weekend on a 9-game hit streak that dated back to the finale of the abbreviated 2020 season. First Boilermaker to hit safely every game as consecutive 4-game series since Skylar Hunter did it at Cal State Northridge in Santa Clara during the 2017 spring break road trip.
Got him to go, making quick work of Symington, and Purdue strands another. 3 up, 3 down, headed to the bottom of the fourth, here on BTN Plus. On to the fifth here. McCade Brown still on the bump. And Indiana gave its starting pitcher another run to work with here last half inning. 5-2 Purdue lead after Colopy, 2-out double. He came around to score on the Machaki RBI. Here's Ben Nile.
Nile, unanimous Big Ten all-freshman team in 2018.
Check swing, ball in the dirt. This one foul into the stands near us.
Kids going to search for it.
Here's the full count. That one, rung him up. Strike 3 called. And Ben Nile will go take a seat, one away here. And McCade Brown maybe getting back into a bit of a rhythm here, Luke.
Yeah, he's definitely had a strong performance this past inning, and now heading into this one. Had a bit of a shaky one there on the third. One bad inning. Can't sink a whole ship.
Ball 1. Roped into left field. Foul from Fascia.
Buster Posey Award watch list for his 3rd straight year. Had a game-winning RBI and a sac fly in the season opener.
So after the foul ball, Fascia will come back. Here's the 1-1 to the senior catcher upstairs and outside, or 2-1. Roped foul. Mentioned his hot start to the year, looking to break a 4-game slide today, and he did it. Back in the third, a single. Yesterday, his first non-start all year, as Steve Ramirez got the start behind the plate for Fascia, and that one in the dirt for ball 3, 3-2. One away here, full count pitch. That one missed. A bit low, bit outside. Fascia will take his place on first, and Brown prolongs the inning here. Another walk issued by McCade Brown. Making his 4th of the day now. Just one away. Here's Cam Thompson. Takes in there, strike 1. Thompson, a single and a walk. 0 for 9 start to the year, but broke out of it here today, as did so many other Boilers. 5 runs to show for it, and we're halfway home. Purdue in front. One now. Dubbed to the screen. Foul ball.
Purdue has had trouble scoring in past series. Didn't score a lot against Michigan. just 9 runs that entire series. All losses to the Wolverines.
1-2 to Thompson, patient. Count moves to 2-2. Indiana trying to stay atop the Big Ten. Runs not easy to come by, though, for the Hoosiers the last couple days here. Here's the 2-2 to Thompson. That one upstairs, 3-2. Full count pitch ripped into the Indiana dugout, or I guess off the fence of the Indiana dugout. The Hoosiers housed on the third base side here in Bloomington.
Indiana had some strong offensive performances after a bit of a letdown against Rutgers, a 1-2 loss to open the season. Pardon me. Scored 8 runs against Minnesota at that NFL stadium, as we mentioned earlier.
Popped it up, foul, right side of this complex here at Barkhoffen Field.
Previous 2 games, Hoosiers only had 2 runs each. Enough to win, but they don't do it today. They're looking to come back.
As soon as you think McCade Brown settled down, he's got another runner to work with. Here on first base, full count pitch to Thompson. Fouled away. We'll do it again. A lot of folks on hand today here at the BART. A lot of parents, close relatives allowed into the venue. Another full count pitch to Thompson. He takes for strike 3. And McCade Brown counters. Finally battles a way back and forth with Cam Thompson. And finally gets the call. A nice pitch from Brown. And there's 2 away. Here's Jeremy Shork.
Someone to put a bandage on all that bleeding, and McCade Brown has provided that, but IU needs to deal some blows themselves if they want to stay home with a win.
Conversation for the next half inning for this Indiana offense. So now with 2 away, Shork will foul it to the screen. A strikeout and a walk for the freshman. One. Misses upstairs. 2-1. Lots of folks on hand. Why not? A sunny day here in Bloomington. Feels like spring is almost here.
Right on the cusp of baseball weather. Well, a bit better baseball weather.
You never know here in Bloomington. Chilly morning. Nice afternoon, though. Shork holds back. 3-2. Counts will run full. So now McCade Brown will get set for the full count pitch, and he deals in there. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back backwards Ks for McCade Brown, and he's really settled down. Purdue strands another. Indiana still trails, though. Got to get some runners aboard. 5-2, the Purdue lead, headed to the bottom of the 5th here on BTN+.